Iran launches dozens of ballistic missiles into Israel in retaliation for the massive Israeli airstrikes overnight. We showed you most of that live earlier today. Israeli missile defenses scrambled to intercept the Iranian rockets with the ordnance lighting up the night sky, and American forces are helping Israel shoot down the Iranian missiles. We will talk live with the Israeli ambassador to the U.S. shortly here on Special Report. Meantime, Iran's supreme leader is vowing his armed forces, quote, will bring the vile regime to ruin. Last night, Israel targeted Iranian nuclear facilities along with military leaders and nuclear scientists. President Trump told me earlier today the Iranians were hit 10 times harder than they thought they would be, and they may soon want to negotiate. More from President Trump a bit later. We have Fox Team coverage tonight. Alexandria Hoff at the White House with the next steps for the Trump administration. Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon with what the U.S. military is doing in the Middle East tonight. But we begin with Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yanks in suburban Tel Aviv. Good evening, Trey.
Yeah, Brett, good evening. Right now, we're just outside of Tel Aviv at the site of a ballistic missile impact. We are told by police on the scene that one woman was killed, 20 others wounded, and right now, as we speak, there are rescue crews digging through the debris in the distance. They are looking for other survivors, oftentimes telling everyone to be quiet, calling out to see if anyone is still trapped. I just want to show you the scene here, part of the destruction from this massive ballistic missile attack that was launched by Iran earlier today. It came in two waves. We could see the Tel Aviv skyline lighting up as these advanced missile defense systems were used to try and intercept this fire. But as you can see at this location, this entire block completely destroyed, Brett, and the Israelis bracing for the possibility of more incoming ballistic missiles tonight. I can tell you we have talked with Israeli officials. They say this is just the beginning of what they expect to be a multi-day conflict with Iran. And overnight, they targeted not only the country's nuclear program, but also taking out those top nuclear scientists, as well as top leaders from Iran's IRGC, including the head of the organization. The Iranians tonight tell me they are going to respond to this. They are calling the Israelis a vile regime. In a comment to Fox News, other regional partners of the United States bracing for what could be days or weeks of an ongoing war. Brett?
Quickly, you've been through this many times before, but when we saw you reporting today and your crews do an amazing job, there is real threat from some of those missiles getting through that Iron Dome, which is why you're always ready to move.
Yeah, Brett, absolutely. Look, we were here on the morning of October 7th under rocket fire. We reported along the Israel-Lebanon border under precision-guided missile attacks from Hezbollah. We have seen ongoing ballistic missile attacks from the Houthis in Yemen. We have never seen anything like this. And there is about to be an alert, we were just told, Brett, and so we're going to take some shelter here. It appears the Iranians are firing more ballistic missiles. And you can see there's a bit of commotion here as people are being told to get to shelters. What we saw earlier today, Brett, there's two ballistic missile attacks. They came in waves, around 100 missiles fired at Israel. It was the most significant attack that Israel has faced toward its population centers. Remember last year when we covered the attacks that took place in both April and October, the missiles were targeting military installations. What we have seen today is the Iranians directly attacking the Israeli people. And as we speak, they are launching more missiles. It seems now this entire area is starting to clear out. Trey, back to you.
Trey, you and your crew be safe. Get to shelter. Thank you for amazing reporting throughout the day.